Hi everyone, Dan here, welcome back to Grounded Tech, and it's already been a week since we got the March update for this bad boy right here. And I just thought it'd be worth recording a quick video, just quickly going over the things that I've noticed, the improvements. One big downside that I've had personally, not something I've seen much from other people, but let me know in the comments your experience with the March update so far, positives, negatives. I would love to hear from you. So, first up, battery life. I've had a slight bump in battery life. The standby seems to be a little bit better than it was previously. I'm not losing as much battery overnight, for instance, which is very welcome because I do find Android, all Android phones are quite similar in this. You usually lose around 5 to 10% just overnight, which is a lot because I don't think on iPhone you lose that much. So that's nice to get that down to around, it was around 5% the other night. I was often running, when I first got the Pixel 6, it was 10%, easily 10%. Maybe even more at times. So that's a definite improvement for me. Little bugs, things like the keyboard, where you'll swipe to the home screen and the keyboard pops up and just stays on the home screen. And sometimes you can sort of swipe down to bring the action center down, and that'll remove it. But other times it'll stay there and it won't go away, and you have to restart the phone quite often. That seems to be gone now entirely. Funny side note though, I have that on my Xperia 5 II now, now that it has the Android 12 update. So again, like we said in previous videos, Android 12 update issue, not a Pixel issue. So it's funny to see that on the Xperia now. So it does validate what I was saying before in previous videos, that it wasn't a Pixel specific problem. One other addition, and for those of you that were on the Android 12L beta, you would be aware of this already, but the haptics were improved quite nicely. So you get nice little vibrations when you're flicking through multitasking and things. Switching between apps, just a nice little bump, whereas before you weren't getting anything. So it just adds to the experience. It feels a lot nicer overall. Yeah, I love that, absolutely love it. The last thing that I've seen an improvement in would be the camera. So I do think the camera seems to be a little bit more consistent now in nighttime. There's not as much noise. At least it doesn't seem to be. When I first got the phone, there were a couple of times where I'd take a picture and there was actually quite a lot of noise in the dark areas on a nighttime shot, even when using night sight. It doesn't seem to be there now. It definitely looks cleaner than it did, which is good. And one other thing with the camera is that I'm noticing that the issue where the viewfinder would be completely blurred doesn't seem to be happening as much. It's sort of like when you launch the camera and you point your phone at something you're about to take a shot, and the viewfinder stayed out of focus, so it wouldn't focus on what you were looking at all. And that could take about 5 seconds to actually clear up and actually focus, and then you'd lose your shot. That doesn't seem to be happening now. So really happy that that's sorted. I've been really enjoying the camera on this phone a lot more lately. And I think the recent updates have really helped that a lot. Okay, so on to the one negative. And that is Bluetooth. And only one Bluetooth device. Just one. My Galaxy Watch 4, the phone won't connect to it anymore. I've removed it, added it back. It does not want to connect at all. Connected fine to the Bluetooth in my other half's car. There's no issue with my headphones. Just the Galaxy Watch, for some reason, does not want to connect now at all. So, yeah, I'll be using my Xperia a little bit more. But that's the only downside. I mean, it is a pretty big downside, especially if it affects other people. I don't know of anybody else that has affected so far. If you are one of those people, then please let me know in the comments. I think Google is starting to really get on top of things though overall now. I think most people are fairly happy with their Pixels now. There doesn't seem to be as much animosity around the internet for a start, which is always a good thing. But I think they're getting a hang of Tensor and you know, developing around that as well. So I think things going forward are looking a lot more positive, and I think we should very soon get to the point where we are getting updates for the Pixel 6 at the same time as other Pixel devices, instead of it being like 2 to 4 weeks later. So yeah, that's it. That was just a really quick talking head video. And yeah, as I say, let me know what you think. I appreciate you watching. Take it easy, stay grounded. I'll see you soon.